I have some more potatoes here. £7, 12 ounces. Good morning, everyone. This is Go-Go Mama, and we're doing potatoes today in our pressure canner. Pressure canner is already going. This is heating up the water. 3 jars of water go in the pressure canner. We've got our bottom, we've got our canning holder in here, and we've got our lid already. We've got our lids going in hot water. I'm going to turn those down because those are boiling. We've got our hot water bath because I have already done the potatoes up, and I do not take the outside of the potatoes off because look, they're so tender and good that you can just peel these right off. See how that's peeling right off? They're not hard. So I leave them right on, and they're really good and healthy for you. We are going to scald. We are going to scald these potatoes. The reason for scalding potatoes at 3 minutes a piece is to get all the starch out of the potatoes, or some of it, so it doesn't pop your lids off. Really important key there. It will pop the lids if the starch builds up in the potatoes and you do not do this process. And you know how I know? I've had it happen. Yeah. My whole cans, all of my cans pop their lids. So don't do it. Scald them for 3 minutes. So we have a boil here, and I'm going to show you. Our water is boiling, or almost to a boil. This is getting hot in here. And I'm just going to show you, I have all of my hot jars right here ready to go. So we're going to put the potatoes in the hot water. And it is messy. I always clean my stove up after canning is done. We're going to scald those for 3 minutes. And I'm not quite sure how many this will do. So, sorry about my back, guys. This canner's getting hot. So we need to lift this out, put it at the side so I can put the cans in there. If you do not have this book, this is what I go by. We're gonna pressure cook these for 40 minutes in the canner. I already have some potatoes done. These look lovely. 17 quarts already. And I have some more potatoes to go, but they're not dead yet. So we'll be doing some more, I'll be doing some more potatoes. So 17 quarts plus whatever I have here out of my garden of potatoes, if you've been following. Ah, I forgot. My cans. I put 1/4 teaspoon of salt in all of my cans, jars. We're gonna do 3 jars for now. And see how it's bubbling? That's all the starch that's cooking out of the potatoes. And sometimes I even rinse these off just to get the rest of the starch off, but I'm not going to do that today. And my water gets hot enough, so you need to add hot water. So my water temperature in my faucet gets really hot. So I'm going to fill my jars up with hot water and the potatoes and place them in my canner. I'm going to put the rest of these potatoes in. My dog loves this because she gets all the potatoes that fall on the floor. And they're not bad for her. But she's watching me. I'll show you in just a second. There's my dog. So you're watching me? She's waiting. She's waiting for me to drop some potatoes. She loves the potatoes. This is how I do it, guys. This is what I do. We already have 3 quarts. Thinking that we might have 3 more quarts, which would be great to fill up my canner. And we are just going to put these right in the canner. And that one's done. Let them go just for a second while I get this done. Oh, that's fine. Turn this off. because I don't have enough in here, I will probably just fill this up with water. I'm going to turn this off. Always make sure you run your finger around the edges just to make sure that it is not, there's no chips or anything. If your canner is not full and you want to just do a couple of jars, I suggest that when you fill your canner, like say you have 3 jars, you separate the jars as much as possible so that you get a good, nice seal on them. That's going to go down. Not gonna work. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna seal this up. £10 of pressure. So we're going to look on here and find your 10 and put this on. I don't let the steam out. I just put it on, let it fill up until it shakes, and then I start my timer. Now a lot of people don't do that. They let the pressure, release and then they pop it on. I just find it a little bit easier for me to do it this way, and that's it. We're gonna wait on this. This is gonna pressure up. Once this starts shaking, and I'll show you that, you time it for 40 minutes. Once that 40 minutes is up, you turn it off and you let it set for another 45 minutes. So now that you can see it's starting to shake, and I'm looking for my, okay, so I don't know if you can see down in there. I'm trying to focus. There is the seal in there, and it has latched. Now it's shaking. We're gonna time it for 40 minutes. You let that go for 40 minutes. And then you let it cool down for another 40 minutes after that. After canning, you want to make sure all of your lids are sealed. You just press down on the center to make sure they're all sealed. If you have one that is not sealed, it'll pop up. Put that in the fridge. Then we're going to take these off, clean them up, and put them downstairs.